Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome back to my mini sketchbook tour of 2024. This is week number 24, so let's get into it. This first spread was definitely a mishmash of drawings drawn at different points in the day on June 12th. This definitely was of a guy drawn on the subway, and what really appealed to me, how weird it might seem to you, were the folds of his jeans right here. I really want to capture that, so I paid attention to that while I was drawing him. And then this particular gentleman, I just wanted to fill up this spread with more imagery. I think I was waiting for the bus, and he had a great turban on. I think it was like this really rich blue. So I drew that, and then sort of in the background, the lady on the bus that I hopped on that particular evening after I drew this guy, and she had sort of like the profile view that I wanted and a nice little backpack that she was carrying while she was sitting. So that completed the spread for that particular evening. This next spread done during two different points of the day. This was at work. I think in my last sketchbook video I mentioned at work my boss had purchased all this new machinery, so there's all these gadgets and gears and things like that lying around, and this was done during the day. And then going back to my first love of sketching people on the subway, this particular gentleman was napping in a really fun little position, and I had to sketch him. He was propped up on his left arm, and I got the gist of his body positioning, and then he got up and left, so I couldn't finish the bottom part of his pose. This particular gentleman I've sketched before. He's an older, definitely retired gentleman, just sort of taking a snooze, enjoying the public life at I guess at a sort of local food court, another food court that I have to walk through to get home at. And I'll probably link an image of, or probably set up an image of the first drawing I did of him, so we could have a comparison of him. Anyways, really great person to sketch because he's napping. He doesn't move, and seating is readily available around him to sketch him. So these are the scenarios I look for when I'm sketching in public. People don't move much. And if there's seating near that person who's not moving much, for me to sit comfortably and sketch them. This next spread, going back to something that I'm working on, is layering people in a particular scene. So I wanted to sort of get like a foreground, midground, and background, and that's what I was concentrating on in this drawing. Really enjoying the challenge of trying to depict different people as they recede into the background. So I think that was a pretty successful spread right there. This next one is, again, just random people at the food court that I go to sketch people. This lady was having a great time enjoying I think it was chow mein that she was eating. And then I just sketched random people around her, just practicing quick drawing and trying to get the gist of their pose. And I'm going to end off this drawing with this week's drawing with this particular drawing. Again, instead of layering people, I'm trying to layer objects. So I have a slow cooker. By the way, if you're in the Toronto area and you want a slow cooker, that's for sale. Hit me up in the comment section below. But there's a golf caddy as well. And so just random objects and trying to layer it in just a still life pose, I guess, if you will. And the challenge for me is to get these accurately in scale. So I think that worked out fairly well. And should I go one more? I'll go one more. And the last spread for week number 24, technically it's not. I think this is week 25 anyways. Subway sketching, again, going back to my first love of sketching people on the subway. This guy had a really interesting face, so I had to get him, and a really interesting hairdo. And the funny thing about the first thought that I had when I was sketching this guy was he had quite the elaborate hairdo, and I was thinking, man, it must take him at least half an hour in the morning every morning to get ready for work and get his do up to a particular level of satisfaction for him. So funny thoughts run through my head as I sketch people. But that is it, folks. That is week number 24 of my mini sketchbook tour of 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great week. I hope you will have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.